Cassante always terrifying to play against any stage of the game.
Yeah, Cassante is just a disgusting champion.
Yeah, we'll see if Driver can justify the Cassante pick.
Usually does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to him to prove that he still can. Maple will have that fleet footwork. No Tankazier carry on.
Yeah. Sad. We haven't seen a Grasp as year yet. I don't remember which matchups we saw it in. I saw Showmaker and the LCK playing it, and I think it was into Orianna, but I'm not sure. I think it's like you go Grasp as year, you go Leandries into
Frozen Heart.
Frozen Heart into Abyssal Mass.
Into Riftmaker, but you can add the Riftmaker in before the Abyssal Mask if you want.
Yeah, not sure if it's actually good or not.
Is Aja just ganking mid? No.
No, this is the usual. Actually warded out from Beyond. We saw PSG doing a similar thing against Udyr. Just not wanting to go anywhere near this side of the jungle. And I think Junjia is going to clear his bot side. This is something that maybe was a mistake from Husha last game. He allowed the enemy jungler to take his bot side and trade it for, you know, the enemy red side. They essentially just traded red buffs, which isn't what you want out of the Udyr pick. The Udyr pick is the idea, at least when we see PSG play it, is that the enemy topside jungle is off limits to them. As Driver's already massively chunked. Though Wukong not the strongest early game jungler, so he might not even look to invade onto Husha's red. We'll see. He does have a lot of prio and a chunked out Cassante in the top side.
Nice little trade there for 1116.
Yeah.
And it's exciting, of course, having 116 back on this way.
Yeah. Yeah, he looked so good on the way.
Truly a performance of a lifetime.
2 tower shots.
Yeah, but I'm Udyr.
Yeah. It insanely is going to have no impact on this matchup. Or his willingness to run at the enemy jungler and punch him. Just slowing him down, essentially. Not able to really deny anything, but just figures he's going to recall, just runs down and beats up Husha, so Husha can't go Krugs.
Yeah, what a champ.
Yeah. That's after taking 2 tower shots. Xin is not a pushover. A level 3 Xin is not a pushover either.
Now, you know what they say. It's Udyr's world, and we're just living in it.
Yeah. Junjia knows that Husha's Krugs are up, so he can counter jungle them here, and will Husha go for the Raptors? Maybe not recognizing. Yeah, clever play from Junjia. Driver may be in trouble. Yeah, his wave is not in a great spot.
Yeah, also does not have flash, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Does use that unbreakable, but it's going to be Junjia finding his way in.
Yeah.
He's going to slam down with that monkey pole and claim himself a first blood.
Yeah, Aja actually switched into his ram stance to bait out the W out of Driver, and he doesn't save it to, you know, cancel out the stun from the Udyr and goes down.
Driver now does lose his ghost.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be too impactful.
Luckily, the freeze was broken as a consequence of that gank onto him, so he doesn't lose a million creeps. As
Seems like we are back.
In game. Yeah, he's doing fine in CS. Did have to take cleanse this game, so a little bit less power. Ghost is such a strong summoner on Smolder. On any AD when you can get away with
back.
it. Maple, yeah, TP's back to lane and gets chunked out immediately.
What are we building here?
Does that build?
I think it's Nash's. I'm pretty sure that builds into Nash's. I haven't played Azir in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is Nash's. Not a lot of, lane power being built by Hui. Maybe lets you scale into the Azir. Maybe that's the logic of the Azir pick. Like, he's just got mana and boots on the Hui.
And 20 adaptive force when he uses his elixir.
Is it 20?
Yeah.
That's a lot. I didn't think it was that much.
Yeah, nah, 20 adaptive force.
For, is it 3 minutes?
No, it's like 30 seconds or something. It's not long.
30 seconds, okay. Acceptable.
It's kind of just like you get an all-in.
Yeah, you get or a trade, even.
Yeah. Now,
So, Husha's down a level here.
Yeah, and PSG aren't going to be willing to give this over. Oh, nice. We'll take that. That's a bit of dragon practice.
Oh.
116 is going to flash away. Maple actually keeping his until that spiraling despair comes out, at which point we will be both losing our flashes in this middle lane.
Well played by 1116 to trade a flashback there. Does actually pop the potion as he goes for the big all-in. So driver lane again in a pretty disastrous spot. And Junjia is on this side of the map. He is level 6 as well. Very fast level 6 for Junjia. Husha going to be trading the dragon though by the look of it.
Yep, should be able to pick this up, but importantly this game, PSG have been able to pick up one of these early objectives.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't know that they're willing to give this
Yeah,
over.
they might not be. 1016 low on mana.
He takes the 2 Void Grubs, and now Husha, realizing what is happening, is going to back off, go back to his blue. Betty and Woody coming up, and Junjia and Maple coming down.
Yeah, really smart play by Junjia.
Junjia the only jungler doing this, by the way.
Yeah, just getting off the Void Grubs. You still get something. Unlike Husha, who's just been hitting the Baron and getting off of it, Junjia's been getting, gold and XP for killing these Void Grubs. He gets 2 of them. Husha, only about halfway to 6. Doesn't... Oh, he does get it off of the Gromp, at least. So maybe they'll look for a Baron fight. This is... you want to be stacking... Not a Baron, a Dragon, sorry. You want to be stacking these Dragons up against Smolder. Kai'Sa no slouch in terms of scaling, but I don't think anything tops, the Smolder in this game.
This game meaning League of Legends, because that's how it kind of feels at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see him against. I mean, Jinx isn't meta. Kalios is barely played.
That's a no flash way, and that is an Emperor's Divide and a Nautilus, but 116 somehow, someway does manage to get his way out of there.
Yeah, Woody was so close to 6 there.
He is 6 now. Through does come that depth charge. Junji is going to quite simply jump over that wall, claim himself a kill.
Yeah.
Woody walking away as he gets ignited by Stay True, and now with the death of your mid laner, it should, in theory, give priority over this dragon, although even still, PSG are not convinced, as Junjia preferring to just look for that back, look for tempo, has got his Sundered Sky now.
Doesn't even have to use the Wukong ult to pick up that kill. Yeah, they pretty much used the minimum to pick up a kill on 1116 there. It's Beyond again hitting this dragon.
This time it does feel like it is just going to be given over.
Yeah, no ult on the Nautilus. Level 6 now on Stay True. And it was well played of PSG to delay this dragon for this long. With a Smolder in the bot lane against something, as strong early as a Kai'Sa. You're expecting to lose the first couple of dragons.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well played by PSG to delay it for so long. And pick up Void Grubs while they're at it.
Junjia gonna come now, finally finish what he started.
Yeah.
One last Void Grub to rid of. Oh. No. Oh, yeah. We are going to do it.
So Maple kind of walking down river, but there is so much vision in this river for Beyond. So maybe a play onto 1116 here. Maple still has his ulti, or has his ulti back up. So Beyond seemed kind of wise to it. It's Stay True who might be in trouble, actually. Oh. Feng always on Kai'Sa is going to be first to any fight, just because of Kai'Sa ult.
Yeah, PSG, I mean, they're allowed to give over some priority around the map, because ultimately you are just playing a game where you want Smolder to be scaling in.
Yeah.
The fact that you're at a gold advantage already is kind of just unexpected and a bonus.
Yeah, this is exactly the type of game we've seen Betty take over.
Yeah.
You know, he's just having a very quiet game. Feels like the less of him we see in the early game, the more insane he's going to be on the Smolder. Driver trying to hold this wave, but it's a lost cause against Udyr. Doing okay, in spite of the first death. It's mostly his team that's going to be suffering, as the Sundered Sky is now finished for Jinjia.
Yeah. 116 does have his flashback now, so
Yeah.
any attempts at a Shurima shuffle coming through from Maple should just be met by that flash if need be.
Yeah, Beyond still, you know, pretty aggressively looking for fights around the spot side. I do think fights favor them, as 1116 thought he might lose his flash to a Nautilus hook there.
Both dodging out there.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Nature's Grass coming out. Jinjia going to be able to block that up with his clone. Does so.
Gauge on Tahusha, maybe.
This is a depth charge. Not sure what we can find here. Cyclone coming through, as does that Killer Instinct from Feng on the Kai'Sa. Now Betty does arrive here at the fight, and that seems like the play should just kind of fizzle out. A lot of ults used, but
Yeah.
nothing really found for either side.
Yep. Ghost actually used for Feng, and Betty flashed at some point pretty recently. I don't remember that happening.
Driver was walking menacingly at RJ. I think he's looking for a recall, but he can't.
Yeah, he has no TP for a bit. So Jinji is on his way up here too, and he could be in trouble if he doesn't just sack a wave, maybe.
He does cancel that recall.
Uh-oh.
Jinjia,
Right.
he's on the crab. He's just going back to his gromp.
Yeah, Betty again. Always being chunked out, but not quite going down. And, you know, not really going down in CS either. Driver is hanging in there, but, you know, you have to wonder why he volunteered for this experience with, you know, the Gnar available. You know, still plenty of time for this Cassante to come alive, especially in team fights. If PSG do opt into any fights before their Smolder's got a couple items and all his stacks, this Cassante is just going to run over the Smolder. Because Tusha...
Oh, looks like we're going to have a different build, by the way, coming through from Betty. Last series it was the Essence into Rapid Fire both games, but...
Yeah, that's got to be Shojin.
You would think so. Rift Herald being started up here by BYG. RJ in the area, as is Betty, Woody, Jinjia, and Co.
Yeah, 5v5.
5v5 on a hand. Maple teleporting in. It's 4v5 for now, though, as Driver's finding his way onto that backline. Killer Instinct eliminates Betty from this fight. Maple, though, he's joined the fray, and RJ alongside Jinjia and Maple are running through this team fight. Cyclone number 2 is going to be used. Nice Emperor's Divide keeps the team safe, but maybe not for long, as Driver does go all out. Maple getting slowed up, does find that flash. RJ somehow, someway living on just a minute sliver of HP. Does mean that ultimately the fight will go in favor of PSG, as they are able to pick up the 2 kills for just the 1 in return. But importantly, it was the Smolder getting shut down nice and early on there.
Yeah,
if you're a BYG fan.
Yeah, it looked like a great start for Beyond as Husha just gets onto this Smolder and practically one-hits him. Kai'Sa follows up here and kills him, but it's actually their backline that's getting dived on by Maple and Aja, and a really nice ult here from Junjie, and Maple pretty much seals the deal. Kind of unlucky that this Kai'Sa W doesn't quite kill, but they lose all of their flashes on the side of PSG, and pretty much the same story on the side of Beyond. Beyond hitting up this dragon though.
PSG overly willing to give over these objectives, it seems, a lot of the time. 2,500 health remaining on the dragon, but we found our way onto Woody. Teleport coming in here from both of these top laners. Driver going to be able to get there first. The dragon is going to be smited away, and with that, it is just PSG running as far away from the fight as they possibly can.
Yeah, and I would think that's a massive win for PSG, honestly.
What a heist.
Yeah. Just absolutely stole the dragon while they were distracted killing Woody. Yeah, and this is just PSG again being so hard to play against. In a fight where you're better and you find a nice engage, against a lot of teams, W onto Aja is going to be just immuned up, and PSG are going to fight this by the look of things. No TP up for Driver or Maple.
Yeah, just gonna have yet another fight around the Rift Herald. Rift Herald does get the reset coming through. Husha does get taken out here. Junjie with the Cyclone active and RJ ghosting forward. Maple finally arriving. He's coming in, but he gets stopped. A fantastic Bramble Smash will stop him from finding any way in with that Emperor's Divide. And somehow, it is going to be so many members here of BYG just walking away again with a slither of health. But on the backside, PSG should be picking up this Rift Herald.
Yeah.
Maple once again flashing that TSM icon. Loves flashing himself, his old teams.
Yeah, PSG managed to pick up a kill on Husha as well. So off to a really strong start this game, especially with the dragon picked up.
138 stacks we're at.
Yeah, not bad. It does accelerate a lot once you've passed that 125.
Yes.
Especially if you can get fights where you're not immediately one-tapped. You can get a bunch of stacks in team fights.
C-True was looking upon Maple for a moment there, but has since changed his mind. Maple has gone Leandri's first.
Yeah. We don't see that often. Usually it's the Nashers.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if he's cooking someone up.
Yeah, I guess for most of the early game, he's going to be the one dealing with Cassante. Early mid-game. Eventually, Betty will be fine dealing with... So maybe switching his build order up. Just so they can, you know, have some shred for the Cassante.
Yeah. I mean, Hollow Radiance, of course, is finished. I kind of like this itemization from Driver. It means that you're actually able to match the wave clear of the Udyr and have a little bit of push yourself other than just constantly being sat underneath your tower.
Yeah, built himself a bit of a lead. Aja not like the usual Udyrs. He's not interested in getting a CS lead.
No. And we saw that from how he was playing.
Yeah. I mean, delaying his recall just to go punch Husha on red buff, one example. So Husha is down here, but Udyr is a hard kill.
That Natofo strikes does unfortunately miss for Driver, but these ones are connecting at least.
Yeah.
And I mean, no one's health is
Maple's
really going down. Nice dodge out of that Q3. Driver actually goes forward. Maple's found his way in. He's got that Leandri's, remember, and on the top side, it is PSG feeding with that killer instinct, finding his way onto Junjie, but not able to find the kill just yet. Through do come these Sand Soldiers, and Mum does come screaming from the skies. Who's going to be knocked up there, but we're still really yet to find any kills. A lot of ults have been used. Emperor's Divide, Cyclone do remain available for the side of PSG, but recalls look like they will be coming through, and Everyone trying to keep as many cooldowns up as possible ahead of this Infernal Dragon in 50 seconds.
Wow, Junjia doesn't even have to flash to get out of there. That is massive. As Driver uses his Ghost, really important for the Cassante in these fights. Is not going to be up for the Dragon. And yeah, as we said before, Betty's Smolder ult somehow just do more damage than everyone's. It does do bonus damage in the middle. But I don't think I've ever hit anyone with the middle of the Smolder ult.
That's what we call a skill issue. Betty only hits them in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, without them even being stunned. Junjia looking on to stay true maybe. He is level 12 on this Wukong, 2 items.
Oh, Betty is quickly approaching critical mass here. 194 stacks he is currently sat at.
Yeah, out of nowhere, he just started getting these stacks so quickly.
Oh, we were looking for 116. We weren't able to find
Driver's on
it.
him.
But we found our way certainly onto Betty. Have BYG. Betty does manage to flash away. Gets Mum coming down once again. Husha going to find his way back onto Betty. Betty no longer with any cooldowns, but able to still kill off that Xin Zhao. It's got to be the Pathmaker used, but oh my god, the Flash Empress Divide will find Stay True on the very, very edge of that cast.
Yeah.
3-0 is the team fight. RJ recalling now, likely to look for this teleport to come and confirm the Baron as PSG. They look to take game number 3. They were not happy with game number 2. BYG now, it's an uphill battle. It's achievable.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, it's going to be hard, especially with Betty borderline at these stacks. Pretty much already got there once he clears a couple waves. Dragon is up, but PSG are probably going to be in time to defend it. And that, by the way, was an engage involving 4 flashes onto Betty. He doesn't even use his flash or cleanse. So it looked like Betty was just dead to me. But they do such a good job of peeling him here, and he at no point, you know, has to flash or cleanse. You know, everyone on PSG doing their job, keeping Betty alive. And yeah, no one really able to stick onto him and kill him.
We're showing right at the edge there.
Yeah.
RJ, I mean, he's looking pretty unkillable. He has that Iceborne Gauntlet. Possibly, most likely, will be the Jack Show's second. Interested to see what Driver...
And yeah, no one really able to stick onto him and kill him.
We're showing right at the edge there.
Yeah.
RJ, I mean, he's looking pretty unkillable. He has that Iceborne Gauntlet. Possibly, most likely, will be the Jack Show's second. Interested to see what Driver opts into here. Not really making sense just yet of what item he could possibly be purchasing, but I'm sure we will find out shortly. Refield comes on in. RJ just driving that one straight into this mid tower, and now PSG, they're making damage happen, trying to look for it, and they will find that. As Death Charge comes through, so will Mum, but there isn't really any follow-up as of yet. Junjia not really in a position to try and look for a multi-man Cyclone, and so it is just a bit of damage and a few stacks, as currently Betty is just 2 stacks away from receiving that essentially single Alder buff on his Qs.
Yeah, any fight now, he's just going to get it off of pushing Q. So you can pretty much treat him like he's got it now, and yeah, it only gets harder. And it's unending despair for
Okay,
Driver.
I did think those were what the items built into, but we almost never see this item.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking maybe it's because you're just around this Udyr for so long, as well as, honestly, there's not a whole lot of upfront damage.
Yeah.
But you're seeing there certainly is enough damage to take him out, and Betty is at 230 now, so he has got that execute, has got that true damage, max health burn. Things are looking pretty rough, as an inner tower will go down in the bottom lane.
Yeah.
Mid lane looks to be the next target as Junjia, Maple, and Woody work towards that one. RJ as well as Betty, though, they are not done in this bot lane.
Yeah, and it kind of feels bad to be the Cassante pushing all out, as engage onto Junjia doesn't turn into anything. You push all out, you reduce your health against the champ with an execute. Kind of feels bad.
Yeah, it is a very scary thing. That's for sure. Jinjia looking aggressively, teleport coming through. We're going to have the ability to auto this tower now as RJ comes through. Full health, full mana. Happy to stand in front of everyone on BYG as the bot lane inhib is going to be the first to go down. Perhaps. Nature's Grass coming through though, and Driver's found his way into the back line. Betty with a nice flash means that he should remain safe, and that Mom does land onto 2. Husha was able to dodge out of it with his ult. Maple found his way in. Emperor's Divide comes through. Feng does have that killer instinct still though, so he does manage to get himself back on out and no longer part of that fight. Betty though, he is going to be able to pick himself up yet another kill. Jinji on the top side. He's dealing with 2 people, but he isn't really under much threat whatsoever. And just like that, PSG are suddenly knocking on your Nexus door. Although with health bars getting as low as they have, it looks like we're going to turn around, stop getting so excited, and look to play the game a little bit safer.
Yeah, and Beyond just haven't been able to coordinate a go onto Betty after that one Herald fight where they managed to get Husha and Feng onto him and finish him off. They didn't even end up winning that fight, but at this point, with how strong Betty is on the Smolder, you have to do that to have any hope of winning a fight, as it is actually the tank Azir.
Oh, it is.
Didn't notice. Sneaky little
Without
tank
the
Azir
grasp.
game. So 1116 just ults the Udyr here. And yeah, Driver actually gets Nautilus ulted too. Yeah, not enough members to follow up, really. Yeah, Feng unwilling to ult in the middle of 5 people there to try kill Betty. Pretty understandably.
Yeah, Feng just trying to get as much gold and XP and all the sorts as possible. As he's got a big job to try and do. Juck Show now has been completed by Betty, so getting quite tanky on this Smolder. Nice engage found. It's going to be Jinjia picking up 1 kill there onto Husha. Teleports are coming through to this tower. It's going to be Driver. Oh no, it's going to be 116, sorry. Arriving in no time. On the bottom, you see Driver in the mid lane. Alongside is RJ now. Last in a tower on the side of BYG that can possibly go down is being looked at.
And I don't think I've ever seen, as 1116 just loses half his HP to a random Smolder QW. I don't think I've seen this many good Azir engages in a single game before. He's just constantly finding people with his ulti on the Azir, as 1116 looks very dead here. Jinji is very strong.
Yeah,
we were doubting the Wukong. We were doubting the Wukong, but he's had an amazing game on it.
(13-2). This is awfully reminiscent of game number 1.
Yeah. Jack Show on the Smolder.
Yeah. Getting a bit tanky.
I guess you do have just a lot of damage in your comp, but both the carries going tanky seems weird to me.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see, right? Smolder does just do an insane amount of damage in any case.
Yeah.
Slow won't land there on that Archu. We found our way onto Arju though. That's definitely not the person we want. Jinji is trying to find his way in. All out comes through, but down will go the Sandcastle. Maple finds his way onto Feng in the back line, and Feng is going to be eliminated. It's a double kill for Betty. RG and Jinji are making sure Stay True and Husha have nowhere to go. It's going to be another one found here. 116 on the top side. You can see it. He's being looked at. It's Betty going to be legendary now. 8 kill streak for that Smolder, and working their way now onto these Nexus towers and onto the Nexus are PSG. It's going to take 29 minutes and 3 games, but PSG, they put all the pieces of the puzzle together and they secure themselves at least 3rd, if not possibly 2nd.
Yeah, they'll definitely be looking to take over Frank's spot in 2nd.